more clever, yeah.
Built on the side of the old Gator Bowl and incorporating a few pieces of that former stadium in its design, this is Everbank Stadium, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cam Little after the opening kick, and we're off from Jacksonville. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Phil Moffa. Moffa starts one game, couple yards on the first play. Here comes second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check mash, check mash. Here we go, set! Bronco 80! Ready!
On the carry, it's Moffa. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Let's go! 18, Pioneer! 60 Bison, 60 Bison!
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
The ball's on 48. Here we go. First down.
Come on, come on. Set! Ready!
Off the play fake. Here's Milton. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ready, ready! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger! Ready, ready!
Milton gonna throw again here, 2nd and 10. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's gonna be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Milton now on 3rd down. All in left side. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
He fields it from the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31.
No! No! Let's go now. Cougar, six for the Eagle. Six for the Eagle. Bronco 80. Chop alert.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Mitchell again. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Working quickly here. Miller throwing on 3rd down. Downfield to Warren. He's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
70 Timberwolf. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Ready.
To throw. Here's Milrow. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
And he's going to work this down to the 32. Knocked down by Savon Rebel.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Cut. Bronco 80. Check smash. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Hey, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
For the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returnable from the 1. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10. They're on 22-yard line.
Okay.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Fits it through the middle. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. A nice gain and a 1st down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Let's go. Ready.
Throwing now, Milton. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Come on. 60 Bison.
Milton now. The Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Kate, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well
Let's go
done.
now. Deputy Lions.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
Big hit on the return to stop him cold.
First and 10.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Milrow. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
First down.
Get it.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
At the end of one, a field goal for each side, but no one has found the end zone just yet. It's a 3-3 game. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got a first to begin the frame.
19-18. Ready.
Mitchell off the pistol give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Now it's Milrow. Setting up the screen. And they're all over that screen. Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down.
18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. Dragon 60. Cowboy 80. Kill. 19 Charger. 19 Charger.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
1st down from the 41.
Ready. Nice.
This is Moffa. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Okay.
Nice run, only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Milton. Short pass caught by his tight end. Shoots away from one. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
From the red zone now. Pass Has him on the quick hitter. He dodged the tackle. And he's tackled downfield, but look back for that flag rest. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand.
Ready up.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler.
To throw, Milton. Short pass brought in. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Pressure gets there, right side. It's blocked. And the Jaguars grab it. And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a block, extra points on the play. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10.
Tag. Ready.
Back to work after throwing the pick. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Yeah, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. If you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Shotgun now for Milrow. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That's completed right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70.
Milrow from the gun. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Ready? Pat to 60, pat to 60.
They'll send him over right. No run. This is Moffa. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
It'll be 2nd and 7 on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football coming up from Everbank.
Ready, set.
2nd down now. They need 7.
Here we go, set.
Now Milton to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look.
Ready, ready.
Jags expecting pass, going dime on this 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Knocking 18. Ready.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Milrow now to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Sets up 1st down and goal.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Get up. 70 Lions. No, no.
This is Moffa. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Cowboys get some late points and the lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push their lead to 6. once again. He'll take this at the 10. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Cougar night, kid. Let's go. Cougar night.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Throwing here. Milrow. Escapes the pocket. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get a late score and tie it before the half. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Cowboys 16. Cam Little with the kickoff for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
60 by 6.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
19 right.
And 6 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, and you've got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
Nickel look by the Jaguars here. Third down.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Out of the gun. It's Milton. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42.
Hurry.
Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
First down. A gain of 14.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
Dallas.
Here's Milton, first and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Buffalo 18.
He's going to throw it again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air on 3rd and long. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one soars out of bounds. The only question is where they will mark it. Looks like it's going short of the 40. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Cougar 19. Dragon 60.
From the gun, Milrow. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the
19
44-yard
Tiger,
line.
19 Tiger. Ready?
Here's Milrow, first and 10. Absolutely fires this one, right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Deron Bland has it.
Well, I'm with you. I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
One last play before the break. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. One last play before the break. He'll try to do it himself. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Go play action here. It's Milrow. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Okay, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Working now from the gun. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own numbers. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Come on. Warriors 70, 18 clock. Ready.
Milrow looking to throw. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. He's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out.
Okay,
We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing now, Milrow. Splits a couple of defenders into Cowboys well into the red zone now at the 15. A gain of 15 there. And the Jaguars have a first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got it.
He's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Well, this guy has been an animal on the ground today with some great results. A little surprising there, Kate, to see a sack so far behind the line of scrimmage. But that's a welcome sack defensively after seeing him do so much damage with his legs.
They're going to get to him, and what a shot! The football's out! And this is going to be Cowboys football!
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go now.
They'll run it here with Maffa. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Back to 60.
Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
19 Lions. 70 Lions.
Milton now on third down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey. Viking 18.
Here's Milton. Completed over the middle. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Go! Cowboys, pat the street. Pat the...
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's going to bring this down to their 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Reload. Hey, check it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Going to the ground again on first. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down.
Bronco 80. Go.
Milton out of the pistol here. All the left side. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 2.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
70. 60. Mustang 19.
Here he is on third and short. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Everett puts it through, and they've taken back the lead.
Hey, that turnover really left the opening right there, and they stepped through it. They didn't blow the door off the hinges, but they came in enough to take the lead and now put this game on their defense's shoulders.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. The throw. Here's Milrow. Right side. This is reeled in by Warren. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Let's go now. Ready.
Milrow from the gun. Completed to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. His man, Thomas has it. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. Ready. Ready.
Milrow now to throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throw complete to Warren. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cougar 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. $19 Lions. Ready, ready.
To the air, Milrow. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense in the hurry up here.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Give him now to Mitchell. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Now it's Milrow. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Milrow. Chased out to his right. And the defender comes away with it. And the Cowboys will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that hit.
Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Dragon 60. Ready? 70 Lions. Cowboy 80. Panther Street. Panther Street.
Third and long for him here. Finds a man, right side. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Still fighting forward. To the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets. This
is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Point after try upcoming to make this a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys push the lead to 2 scores now. Following the play, one of the Jaguars in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Ready?
Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. That one was intended for Travis Hunter. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Milrow throwing again now on 2nd down. He put everything he had into this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars cut the lead down to just 2.
Jaguars 24.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Check, man. Ready? Go.
Give now to the running back. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
70.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. That one's complete. What a hit, and the loose. And it looks like the Jaguars got to it.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them kids going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Jaguars have a first down.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10
Here we go.
at the 21-yard line.
Mitchell up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Crack all 80. Warrior 70.
From the gun, Milrow. Brought in right side. And this one does not go far. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars trail by a couple. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 9.
Here he is to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And in a tough spot, that forces this offense into 4th down.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
36-yard attempt.
That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
It's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Counts on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. Line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 bites, 60 bites.
He'll look to throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10.
Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready, ready.
Hand off to the back. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready.
Back-to-back carries here. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Okay, break.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal.
A 31-yard attempt.
Everything now resting on this try from Brandon Aubrey. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's brought down Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close.